The exhibition brings together works from Michael Cherney's 2 decades of artistic practice. Inspired by his travels across China, the American artist presents his photographs in the classical Chinese formats of hand-scrolls and albums, creating a sustained dialogue between the contemporary lens and ancient ways of presenting.
I remember then crossing the Yangtze River many times for the project was still by ferry boat, but you could see a lot of high bridges that were being built. Looking back now, it ended up being a really important time. It really represented a peak of construction activity in China. It's art, but it's also a kind of documentation, a bit like journalism and history, just with a wide scale.
From your works, I can tell that you're very, very interested in ancient Chinese culture, because these works kept reminding me of ancient Chinese ink wash painting.
It's very unique. In the whole world, there's nothing quite like it, because it's this unbroken thread. You have this practice of painters practicing, copying from early paintings, and they keep the tradition going. I'm inspired by that aesthetic.
Why are these images look kind of hazy? Did you do that on purpose?
Well, there's several factors. A lot of photographers like to wait for sunshine. I prefer when it's misty, and that way there's a lot of classical paintings also don't have shadows or harsh light. It's very soft, low contrast. And so those kind of conditions are the best for creating this kind of feel. I would hope that people that see the art, they don't have to understand classical Chinese visual art in order to appreciate it. But if they do, I think they can appreciate it more, because that is initially where my inspiration came from.
Cherney's dedication extends to mastering traditional forms. Having studied Chinese calligraphy for over 20 years, he integrates it with his photographs to create works that weave together Eastern and Western texts. This is your calligraphy. You did that.
Yes, I actually have been learning calligraphy since 2003, so over 20 years.
Is Chinese calligraphy hard to learn?
So hard. Some days you can write nicely, some days you can't.
But you did it really well, really well.
Thank you. It's completely bilingual in that there's no translation. There's a complete Chinese text, complete English text. Su Shi is, towards the end of his trip, he's on a boat and he sees this crane fly overhead. And later he has a dream about it, and he's sharing his thoughts about it. And then the English is written by the American author Thoreau in the 19th century. So this is around 800 years later, on the opposite side of the world. He is on a boat trip with his brother, and towards the end of the trip, he sees these cranes, these herons, these birds fly overhead, and sharing his thoughts. So it's really the same story. And so I just did some planning and figure how many English words with how many Chinese words to start and end at the same place, and included it with my photography of birds at Poyang Lake.
That's exactly what ancient Chinese artists do.
Yeah.
They have calligraphy, they have painting, they have poems.
Exactly.
Yeah. For Michael Cherney, his art is a sustained inquiry, shaped by a life lived in the middle distance between two cultures, offering a unique, resonant perspective on China's past and present.